better of an explanation of how this is really working. So the CCM token is a token that you acquire, whether that be through the airdrop or you're buying it or however you robbed your cousin Vinny, whatever, however you got your hands on it. What it's going to allow you to do, it's like a voucher thing, right? It allows you to allot it to a timeshare of a machine. So what
it secures your place in line.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, your portion of it. So a timeshare, basically how that works is you pay a company some money and you get allotted, vacation days to all these different resorts and all over the place. So our resorts are basically machines, an S19, an L7, an L1, whatever it may be. And basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be getting a portion of that machine that you can collect rewards on. You can fill your whole bag with one machine if you want. At first, we really don't want you to do that. We want everybody to experience it a little bit. But going forward, you can. So CCM token is going to be purchasing the machine through the token, people transferring token back and forth with each other. CCM token is going to be buying a machine from that. And then we're going to be setting it up through our utility so you can then lock your CCM into a particular machine. You'll see a picture of it, maybe our faces too. It's just, everything's kind of real. You'll have the serial number will be there so you can see it's a real machine. If the machine has a serial number or some type of barcode system, because we realize with the Black Miner, it doesn't, or the Blue Star, it's unique. So, yeah, and you'll be getting those on chain. Like there's a lot of different utilities. Read the white paper, you'll see how it kind of is breaking down. But
I think the biggest thing is that we're missing, Mark, is just because you're contributing or you are locking yourself into a machine doesn't mean you're losing your initial capital of CCM. You're still holding those tokens. When the contract is over that machine, those tokens are coming back to you, so you can then again relock them up. You're not sending them off and we're keeping them. No, you're using the CCM tokens as a placeholder, as a ticket holder, your golden ticket, if you will. But you get to keep that golden ticket once your contract is over. It goes right back to you, minus the transaction fees. And we're trying to figure out a way to, if you lock up for a month or for 90 days, whatever it is, that the transaction back to you is going to be refunded as well. So you only have a transaction to get in, and then once you're in, you'll get all of your coins back out. But that's something, again, we're working on with the dev to make sure that all works smoothly for everybody. But we have a lot of questions. You're not just dumping your coins into a hole and never getting them back, and then you got to go buy more to lock them up again. No, you get your coins back after your contract period is done. Now that's a key takeaway. I think that we keep skating over, every time we talk about it. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're not explaining it to the best of our ability in these live streams, and that's on us. My bad, our bad.
It's the Chuck E. Cheese approach.
Yeah, basically, right? It literally is the Chuck E. Cheese approach. Like the mining rewards are literally your tickets, and you guys can go and spend those off wherever you want to go spend them to. Get your little trinket surprises, things like that. What was I gonna say? So Closet Miner had a question on lockup period. So we're initially going to start with 90 days, but as we get this thing rolling, like longer extended periods might come out. We're going to take your guys' feedback on that as you guys, you acquire tokens. We'll probably do some type of voting system or something along those lines to get your feedback on if you want to do 6 months, a year, like in the progression of the token, not the token, but the machines that are involved. It's going to go from, an S19, the L1, the L7, whatever the next S19 is, a what's miner, a container. Like it's not just like one machine here, one machine there. It eventually is going to evolve into here's a machine.
DCX immersion rack, which is
Yep.
8 machines.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a little bit of everything of all the products that we do or sell on the website. We're going to have something along those lines. So it's, these machines start one by one so we can test the waters and figure out how this really is going to be functioned and automated for everybody. So we're out of the picture, basically. All we got to do is just plug the machine in and put it on the website. And then as it gets bigger, it'll be one S19, and then all of a sudden it'll be, a couple S19s in the bulk, and then all of a sudden it'll be a row of S19s that are like sitting, in the farm somewhere. And like I said, eventually getting to, hey, put in for a container.
Yeah, whatever that looks like. The whole premise behind it is, as power becomes more expensive and machines become more expensive, it's getting harder for the everyday person to get involved in cryptocurrency or to experience a new machine. They're stuck buying used machines that have thousands of hours on them that need thousands of dollars of repair. This way, you're getting a machine that is newer, that is maintained for you, and you don't have the upfront cost of having to install, a 240 outlet, or have to worry about making sure you're running on a 60 amp breaker, or that you're overheating your house and your wife is yelling at you, what the hell is that noise in the garage? What's going on? We're taking care of all that for you. It's just where we're trying to create an ecosystem where you can get involved in machines and test them in your own way and figure out if you like that cryptocurrency. And if not, you get out and you jump into something else. So it's a ease of point of access that we're trying to create into the mining space.
And I know the white paper doesn't really explain this either, and I don't know if John wants me to really. Well, no, we talked about it, so I don't know why you would be upset. But
when do I get upset?
Yeah, right. Well, when I get us banned from Vosscoin, obviously. Transparency, the full transparency on this, right? So we explain this and how we envision it working completely, right? And when we explain it, it almost sounds too good to be true, right? Like, okay, we're just acquiring these tokens and then we're putting them in this thing. We don't own a machine, but then we get to collect the benefits of the machine. Like, it's a lot of different playing with how the hosting works. Now, the way that this is going to work is CCM Token is going to be hosting machines from Coastal Crypto. So we have a rate that we charge our clients right now. That's 9 cents a kilowatt hour. These machines will be on that rate, and that's how we're benefiting from this entire project. So to be transparent, literally anybody that will be a CCM token holder, hodler, acquirer, essentially would just be a hosted customer with Coastal Crypto.
Take my money already. We're working on it. We're talking about it. We're trying to do this organically. And the biggest thing is we've seen it, we've experienced it. We know you guys have because we've heard you guys, whether it be on Discord or be in the chats here or on Twitter. There's a lot of shit coins out there and a lot of scams and a lot of bullshit that we're in a lot of hacks, and a lot of cryptocurrencies are getting hacked. So our dev is very thorough. He is going through everything, the code, with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, it may take us some time to make sure that things work properly, but I'd rather have it take time and come out correct than have an issue with the code down the line. And everything that he's doing at some point in time will be released on GitHub, so you can actually see the code that is being deployed and developed and being utilized. Again, capitalizing and bringing back the fact that we're trying to be as transparent as we possibly can. We are not hiding anything about this coin from anybody. The whole code, everything will be on GitHub once we do our main launch. So, and then that was something that the dev was very adamant about, that he wants to make sure that this project, because he's so passionate about it, gets put out there for other people to see and to make sure that trust is built, and we can keep pushing forward with it. Yes, Closet Miner, only one dev right now, but he is very, very good.
Yeah, yes, he is. He also asks kind of percentage of ownership of the machine without owning anything. We share the rewards based on percentage of the machine of CCM. Yeah. So yeah, you're not going to own anything and you're going to like it. Literally the world order right there, right in our white paper. How hilarious. And then Closet Miner. So the percentage, it's going to be a percentage, and because we can't control the price of the machine, so the question is how many CCM per machine. We don't have a set number. So we are thinking that we're going to start off at 10% increments, and that's going to be based off the value of the machine, and that's going to be retail value. So, $2,500 machine, you go in, acquire some CCM token, make sure it's 10% of whatever that is, and then you put it into the machine and lock it in for the extended period of time. Which we're going to walk everybody through this whole process of how to do the contract and things like that once it's ready to be deployed and things like that. The next step for the token right now is we're going to be launching a IPFS website for it, so it's its own thing, and then we are going to what was I going to say? IPF. Oh, we're going to show the roadmap, and that kind of will break out what stages all this is going to really happening, and when we're going to launch our first utility of everything and things like that. The goal right now is to get 100 active wallets. If we can do that, we can do one of our first main priorities, which is that airdrop, and we can continue doing that. So if you guys could just help us get the word out, that would be amazing. And then, yeah, from there. And don't hesitate to, in the chat box right now, you guys are asking all these questions. And saying statements of what you like or don't like about particular things. You can always hit us up on Twitter. The Discord is the best place to find the most current and up-to-date information, because as soon as I know an update on the token, whether it's something that we did specifically for it or the dev is helping or giving us some time frame or something, then at that point I put it into the Discord before we have these conversations here on the live streams.